Okay, so hi everyone. We had completed the design for the event reminder. Okay, so we created three text boxes, one for the title, one for the description, and one for the date and time. As well, we have kept a button so that when the user enters all these details, they will click on the set reminder, and then the message will be stored or the timings will be stored, and it will uh, show a notification as well as give some sound when that time comes. For example, we have set a reminder for 10 a.m., so exactly at 10 a.m. it should go off. Okay, now we want the sound to work, we want the timing to work, we want it to show some message on top. Okay, so for that we need some invisible components from the first is from the user interface. It is called a notifier. We will click on it, drag it, and keep it on the screen. Second, it's in media. It is called a sound. We will click on it, drag it, and keep. Third, you have to find it in sensors. We have clock. We will just drag it and keep. Now, these are invisible components. You will not find it on the screen, but you will find it attached below. Now, as per your choice, you can click on the screen, you can set the background color, or you can set the background image, or and you can change the font size, the font style, the button color. You can even add a label and you can give a title to it. All these things you can do as per your choice. Now let's move on to the blocks. Now, as soon as first of all the button is clicked, the time and date, it should be taken and it should be stored somewhere, so that when the actual time of the system means the application will be running on a smartphone or a tablet, or if it is able to run on a desktop, so it will check for the system time, what actual time is it on that particular device. So that device time and the time that was set over here should be equal, and it should match each other. Then only the notification should go off. Okay, so for this purpose we'll go to blocks. First of all, we need to store the time somewhere. Okay, now anything you are storing in coding for later use, like we are storing time right now, it will be set, and later it will be used, it will be checked how and what time it is, and then it will go off. Okay, so anything, any value, be it email addresses, contact numbers, images, videos, sound files, anything you want to store for a future purpose. Okay, in a code, okay, in a code, basic thing that we use, it is called as a variable. Okay, variable acts like a storage, or we can say a placeholder to hold any value. Now we'll go to variables, we'll click on it, and we'll take the first one that says initialize. Now initialize will create any variable. Now instead of name, you can just click on it and you can give any name. Now I'm giving the name as date, and we have to set some value in it initially. If you want to keep it blank, you can keep it blank. And now we don't know what value will be coming next. We don't know what is to be stored over there. So we have to keep it blank. Okay. So for keeping it blank, we will go to text over here. We'll take this first blank block. Now, time and date is a numerical value. Okay, but we have taken this blank block from text, not from math. Math also 0 is there, but we have taken it from text. This is because the the date is coming from a text box. Anything that we get from a text box is considered as a text. Okay, so that is why right now it is getting considered as a text. Now one more variable we will create for the system time to be stored. Okay, so you'll go to variables, you'll take this and you'll take go to text, you'll take this as well. Or you can just right click on this, duplicate it, and give it a different name. I'm calling it as event right now. Okay. All right. Now, what should happen when the button is clicked? So when this button is clicked, okay, first of all, most importantly, this date and time should be taken from here, whatever the user is setting, and is to be stored inside this variable. This or this, either you can keep, but just remember in which variable you are storing it. So I'll be storing it inside date. Okay, so here we have the button one. When the button one is clicked, okay, when the button one is clicked, we will set inside this variable date the text that is coming from the text box 3. So you just have to move your cursor on top of the name of the variable. Do not click, just move your cursor on top of this variable. You will get in set. Now we are setting. So we will drag this out and we'll attach it over here. Then we will go to text box 3 and you need to scroll down. Now here also you have two options. This is text box 3 text and this is set text box 3 set. Now we are not setting it, we are getting from the text box the value. So we will use this and we'll attach it. Okay, apart from this there is one more function. Okay, remember, you must be using some or the other apps in which you are supposed to type. As you type inside the text box, there is a keypad that comes over here. Now automatically after typing it should hide. Okay, so for that there is a function in the text box 3. If we scroll up here, you will find this hide keyboard. We will use this. This will be available for all the text boxes if you see. Okay, now this is done. So what will happen when the button is clicked? The text, that is your date, will be taken and will be stored inside this variable. Now what should happen for the clock? So clock will keep on checking the time and it will keep on checking whatever time is inside this variable should be equal to the time set with the device. Okay, so for that we need to first of all take the event from the clock. We have to click on the clock. We'll go to, there is only one event over here. So we'll take when the clock timer. I'll just put this aside and when the clock timer. Okay, so first of all, we need to set the system time in the second variable. Okay, so we'll scroll on top of this, just move your cursor, you will get the set option. Okay, we will use the set option over here and we have to set in it the current time. Okay, so it will just synchronize with the code whatever the time is set in on your device. So for this what you need to do is we'll again go to clock, we will scroll down, you will find something called as format date and time. Now there are two types of format date. One is with the month and date, one is with the hours and minutes. We'll take the hours and minutes because we want time as well. So we will set it like this. Now over here you also have to set at which instant, okay, which instant the time should be recorded. We want it to start as soon as uh, the button is clicked or the event, like the timer starts. Okay, so for this, or we can say it starts as soon as the application starts running. Okay, so now over here what you need to do is for the instant we will keep it as now. So whenever this starts, whenever the code starts running, it will select the time and it will keep it. Again, we will find it under clock. We'll go to clock, we'll scroll down, you will find clock dot now. We will take this attached. Now the time set inside this variable, that is the system variable, should be equal to the variable time that is coming from the user, from the text box. So we need to equate them. So to equate them, first of all we need to give a condition. A condition is when this happens or if this happens then only do this. So for that condition you have to go to controls. Here you scroll up, you will find if then. This is a conditional statement. Okay, so if something happens and it is true, then do the following action. It is like that. Okay, so we need to equate the both the timing, timing coming from the user that user wants to keep, and timing that is set with the system. So for equating, you will go to logic, you will take a equals to sign. Now we have gone to logic and taken the equals to sign. This equal to sign we can equate to statements, okay, if both the statements are true or not. Okay, so first we want the variable date, so we will move the cursor on top of it, we will get it and attach it. Second, we want it to equate it to the system time. So this is the one, I'll move my cursor on top of it and I'll get it. I'll use the get part over here and attach it. Okay. All right. Now, when the timing set by the user is equals to the timing set on your system, okay, that is the actual clock or time, then the notification should pop up that you have this event, the title of the event, and description. Now that will come with the help of the notifier. So we'll scroll down over here, we'll go to notifier. Here you scroll down, you will find something called as show text dialog, so it will open like a dialog box. So we will use this. Now here you have to give the message and the title. Now from where is the title coming? Title is coming from the first text box, the description is coming from the second text box. So we will get the text for message from text box 2, we will get the text. For title we will get it from the text box 1. Okay, so from here we will attach it. Okay, so what will happen, it will show up the message or the notification whatever you the user has entered, and we have kept it cancelable as true. That means it can cancel the notification, it can close, the user can close the notification. Now we want sound as well. Okay, so here we will scroll down, here you have sound, we will click on sound. You can play something, some sound if you want. Okay, or we can just call the vibrate option, it will vibrate for a few seconds, it says milliseconds. So we need to set the milliseconds, we'll go to math, we'll take the number block, and if I say 1000 milliseconds means it will vibrate for one, um yeah, so 1 second, yeah, correct. And if I keep it as half second, so that means 500 millisecond. Now it depends on you how much you want to keep. That is done. And then what you can do, you can go to connect, you can use AI companion, you have the AI companion on your phone, you can just uh, use the QR code and it will work. All right, or you can use the emulator, but I hope you all are using AI companion, it's much faster. But if you're using emulator as well, that is also good to go. Okay, so that was about the event reminder app. I hope you all understood. If any doubts, anything you do not understand, please mail me, take a screenshot and mail me, ask questions. As well as if the same thing, mostly your capstone is inspired by the both the apps, the event reminder as well as the attendance app. Okay, so try to think about it, listen to whatever has been taught, remember, try to remember. If any queries, if anything, you can just mail me. Okay, take care, enjoy your vacations, bye.